My name is Andrew Morrison-Gurza, and I live in Richmond Hill, Ontario. And I am going to tell the story about the first time that I went to a gay bar as somebody with a disability. I remember that I was 19, and I had come out about 4 years previously to my family, and that was no problem, but I'd never really been exposed to the gay scene before, so I was really, really excited because I had just moved away from home. I was in university, and I went away to school. I thought, wow, I'm gay and free, and I get to go experience all these things together. So I decided, after much debate with some friends, that we were going to go to this gay bar in downtown, in the university town where I was living. So we decided to go, and I remember before going, we had to get ready. So there was all this prep that had to occur. So that involved, because I'm in a wheelchair, that would mean that I would have to have somebody help me get dressed and have somebody help me look, my best and try to pass as normal as I could when I'm going to this bar, because I knew that my chair was going to be something that nobody had really seen before, and I didn't know what to expect. My only experience with gay bars had been what I had seen on TV. So we got ready, and I had to have my friend get me all dressed, and we made all these jokes about, oh, you're going to look really good, you're going to pick up somebody there tonight. Yeah. I was 19 and really excited, but also really scared because I'd never done it before. So we made a bunch of mix CDs with a bunch of early 2000 pop songs on it, like Christina Aguilera and all those things. And I just thought, okay, well, I really have to hype it up and get really excited and really do it because this is my first thing, and I want to, be gay. So I had, had a pink shirt on. I had some glow sticks that we had gotten from somewhere, and we were like, yeah, we're gonna go. And so I had to take the special accessible transit there, and the driver of the bus, I remember we were going into the bus, and he goes, oh, where are you going? And I said, oh, the bar. And he goes, oh, to pick up a girl? And I said, no, not really. He goes, oh, well, which bar? And I said, the gay bar downtown. He goes, oh, all right. And I said, okay, so, take me there. So he drove us there, but he was really uncomfortable with the fact that we were going to a gay bar, that he had driven us there. So we had to, we made jokes about it the whole time and tried to keep it really light. But as we got close to the bar, I got more nervous, and I kind of got the butterflies because I really expected it to be like a scene from Queer as Folk. I really, truly, and I wanted that because that's what I thought a gay bar was. And, I wasn't necessarily wrong about that. When we finally did get there, we had to go through the back because they had no front entrance. There's huge stairs to the front entrance. And we got there, and we didn't tell them that I was coming. We just showed up, and I had my friend go inside to the front and tell the owners that I had arrived, and they go, oh, somebody in a chair, okay. And they kind of came out, this whole team of them, to figure out what to do. And they had one of the managers lead me through the back. And I remember being really, really scared once we got inside, because my friend went through the front and said, okay, I'll meet you there. I said, okay. So I get into the back of this little tiny freight elevator, and I thought, oh, great. I have to go through the freight elevator? My first time at a gay bar? All right. But I thought, okay, it's cool. They're trying. There's access. All right. Okay. So we get there, and then I finally get into the bar, and there's all these men that looked like your typical gay man. No shirts on, or tees and tank tops with, bulging muscles. And I was like, okay, this is what it is. All right. So I went in, I was all excited. I remember thinking, wow, all these men like men, this is amazing. And I remember being really, really excited by the prospect that I might be able to sleep with them, or all of them. I remember going up to a couple guys trying to dance and having them look at my chair and not being sure of what to do, back away from me. So it was almost like parting a sea, because they would see me coming and all move out of the way, thinking they were being polite, thinking they were moving for me to get through, when all I wanted to do was dance. I knew right at that moment that I was different from them, and that's something that stayed with me from the time it happened, just because I realized that this chair is something that's going to separate me from the pack and make me different within a group that's already different, and that was something that was hard for me to accept at the time or even realize. And just as I was leaving, I met a really, really good-looking bartender there, and I remember I wanted to go to one of the places at the bar that wasn't accessible. There were stairs to go up to like the second floor, and I wanted to go there, and my friends had agreed to carry me, or somehow convinced some dudes to carry me up the stairs. And I remember seeing the bartender come down to the bar as I was being lifted up, and he said, hey cutie, and I remember thinking, oh, well, he's really good looking, and if he thinks I'm cute, then it's okay. And I remember asking him for his number after I had been placed back in my chair, and he gave me his number, but then when I called him, he never called me back. And I remember thinking that that's because I was in the chair, and I remember being I was 19 and kind of naive and kind of really like obsessed with the idea of getting into this community and being accepted. So I was a little bit crazed, and I remember calling him after, as we were leaving the bar, saying, let's hang out, let's do something, and then he never would respond. So that moment in the bar was pivotal for me because it defined my place in this community that I was trying to get into right away. It showed me right away, whether people were saying it or not, and whether I was believing it or not, that my chair and my disability was not something this community had really, really, truly understood yet. And so I would have to deal with, every time I went to a bar like that, or every time I went to a gay function, I would have to deal with people not knowing how to process this, not knowing what to say, and not knowing how to process me. We often don't see disability in the queer community, or if we see it, we're afraid to discuss it. And I think this story also is important because it humanizes the issue, takes it away from just being a guy in a chair to an actual story and a person that's attached to it.